Hi all, this is Byron Dudley, coming to you from the Alaskan interior in Fairbanks, Alaska, and welcome to Serenity the Arctic Skoolie. This is a channel all about what it's like to live here year-round in a skoolie and more. Serenity is a 2015 Bluebird FE All-American. She's got 14,000 miles on her, about 10,000 idle hours. That's when we got her. She's got a 320 amp alternator, a 6.7 liter Cummins engine, drag chains, and a little over a 500,000 BTU of Webasto heating. Welcome aboard, everybody, and I hope you enjoy our little adventure. Well, the next images are of our bathroom. It's still a work in progress. Here we're putting down the red guard, and the toilets, Nature's Head compost toilet, is set up on the wheel well, and then we have a shower, and we're still going to put up some wood walls actually, but that'll come at a different time. So here are the original starting batteries. So they're about 6 years old at this point, and it was time
It is
to
winter
replace them with some new starting
2022,
batteries.
the second day of December, and I'm working on our Skoolie. Batteries just went out. We got the Webasto heater working last night. Ran it so hard we ran the batteries out. The batteries were 8 years old anyway, so they were past their prime. And so I've got some new ones. I'm gonna swap them out. I'm gonna show folks how we do it. We picked a really nice day. Today it is, it's a balmy 15 degrees. So usually this time of year it's minus 40s and 50s. Earlier this week it was minus 40 in Prudhoe Bay, about 300 miles north, and we got down to minus 27. At least in the minus teens during the day, and then high minus 20s at night. So we're having like a kind of like, I shouldn't say summer, but we're just having some really warm weather. So I took advantage of this time, and lucky that the batteries gave out at this time where it's warmer. So first thing I do is shut the batteries off and make sure that's off. There's a switch right here, and that's in the off position, so I don't electrocute myself. On, off, on, off. So now I can mess around with all the electricals and not worry about it.
These are the new batteries. They're 8D batteries that we'll replace the old ones with. So this is what I stopped to take a picture of because I wanted to make sure I had the wiring set up the exact same way for the old batteries as for the new. And if you notice on the kind of middle right, you'll see a black wire with a red end to it. Connected to a terminal says 4 gauge. That's the DC to DC charger from the bus alternator to these starting batteries back to the batteries, house batteries. And they're about 21 foot length and distance. In the upper left, you can see 99% oxygen free. So that's why those wires are on there. Batteries that I'm replacing are where known as 8D batteries, and like I said, I don't know if you can hear me this audio from the original video, but they weigh between 130 and 180 pounds, and they weigh about 160 pounds each, and they put out about 250 to 270 cranking hours, amps, I'm sorry, and cold cranking amps about 1,500, so that's for each battery. This was something hard to source at this time during
Okay, now I'm starting
COVID.
to get them out.
We wanted to go with AGMs,
Batteries, that is.
but we couldn't find them. Or, as the issue is in Alaska, we could find them in the lower 48, but it cost almost $300 per battery to ship them up there, up here. And so the cost of these batteries were somewhere between $300 and $400 a piece. So for the cost of shipping, we could, get batteries that weren't as great, that would get us through the winter, and we'll probably replace these again at the end of the winter, or they probably won't last long. It's running the Webasto that long. The Webasto runs off of the these starting batteries, not the house batteries. Although
we do have a setup where we can switch over and run off of the house batteries if we needed to. But since we live most of our time in the bus at the house, it's really easy to just run them off the batteries, the starting batteries, and put a charger to that. So that's kind of changing batteries out.
Eventually, we'd like to replace these with some AGMs, so that we can get more, more energy out of the batteries. As, people know that lead acid, you can get half the energy they're rated for. If we can get all that energy, that would be a lot more practical, especially up here. And we could use them also for the house batteries as well to complement those. But this kind of life living stationary when you're not idling that much. You do run down your batteries, and often we hook a charger up to just the starting batteries to keep them going with the Webasto at night.
Okay, hi everybody. This is one of my favorite haiga. It is a haiku. And let me read it to you. First, I'll let you read it, look at it. Sunlit wildfire. Light bleeding from tree to tree. A spreading blaze. Dawn. Now, remember the short, long, short, and 575. It's kind of antiquated. It's a great framework. And so for this one, for example, sunlit wildfire. Sunlit wildfire. 4 syllables. Light spreading from tree to tree. 7. And then at the end, a spreading blaze. Dawn. 5. Decade later, I could take out the A here and make that into 4. Still kind of brings across the same feeling. And remember, 575, short, long, short is really just a framework. In this form of writing, it's just a loose frame to keep us in. Like I said, sometimes you'll start shorter in the beginning, shorter in the end, longer in the beginning, longer in the end. And there's also different types of haiku. There's monoku, there's single line haiku, double line haiku, triple line haiku. And this haiga, I think, really works. This is the imagery of daylight in the morning just coming through the trees and creating its own kind of like a fire, if you will. Really like this one. This is Up the Mountain, number 131. All right, Miles.